Most blockchains are public by default. That means every transaction, wallet balance, or on-chain activity is fully traceable and viewable. Well, that is great for transparency and traceability. It compromises personal privacy. The concept of shielding, which is getting more and more popular as the Web3 privacy sector matures, resolves this by moving your crypto assets into a shielded pool. And what that does is it breaks the link between your public wallet address and future transactions. And that does two things. For individuals, it prevents doxing and traceability, so it restores personal privacy, but then also it protects businesses and their treasuries from competitors and protects their on-chain activities. That is why privacy and shielding matters so much, and also the core difference between a privacy token such as Monero versus a privacy smart contract platform, a privacy network like Aleph Zero. Aleph Zero went through a couple of iterations, but one of the main things that was always core to their vision was privacy and shielding, and that is now also their main slogan, the Shielder Network for all crypto. To give you some context, Aleph Zero is a layer 1 blockchain that is built on Substrate, not on a Cosmos SDK, even though this is a Cosmos specific YouTube channel, but in the true spirit of the AppChain's thesis of sovereignty but interoperability. Aleph Zero really fits into that vision, and eventually, hopefully, at least that's my desire, also implements and connects to Cosmos's IBC to also make it compatible with the rest of the Cosmos gang. So Aleph Zero is a full-on layer 1 blockchain optimized for privacy that is also very fast and implements the Ink smart contract platform that is native to the Polkadot ecosystem that enables smart contracts in Rust. Then they also launched the ZK-OS a couple of months ago. We also covered it here on the channel, which is fully EVM compatible, and that will actually be renamed into the Shielder SDK. And that enables Solidity devs to build privacy-first dApps on Aleph Zero Shielder SDK out of the box. They have a couple of applications on the Ink side of things that are already fully live and some of which are still under development, but now they're focused full steam on Common, which is their native application that puts all of that into work. It's a multi-chain privacy layer that rewards you for protecting your data. So it's a privacy DEX, if you will, where you can go shield your assets, in the future also earn yield on it, and then you are just enjoying full privacy. And one of the main strategic focuses for user onboarding is that this will be a mobile-first experience. The web app for Common is already live, so you can go there and start shielding your assets. We're going to look into that in a second as well. I also want to highlight that Aleph Zero has been a media partner at dYdX Zone for the past year and a half roundabout, and it's been a great pleasure to work with them. That media partnership is now concluding, but Aleph Zero has a lot of great things cooking and a lot of applications, so I will remain a fan, of course, and will keep track of the project. And if there's exciting things that are also relevant to you guys, the audience, then we'll share that, of course, here on the channel in the coming months. So we'll definitely keep track of the project. Some of the partners and clients that are working with Aleph Zero are actually coming from the institutional sector. So Deutsche Telekom, for example, or STC Berachain, they also held a dinner here in Dubai when they kind of publicly announced this partnership. STC is also running a validator, same for Deutsche Telekom, by the way, to secure the Aleph Zero blockchain. One of the big focuses and research that went into Aleph Zero over the years is also that is ZK-based privacy, zero knowledge proofs, and Aleph Zero has really been a pioneer here. And this is very, very deep mid-curve stuff here, very technical, very research-driven. And I think that at some point in crypto, we will get back to fundamentals. We'll get back to where true innovation and research and true building and shipping is actually being rewarded, and innovation, right? And that is what Aleph Zero has been building over the past years. They've stayed in their lane, they have doubled down on their platform, on their ecosystem, and they have shipped a lot of very, very cool tech. And if you're really curious about what ZK proofs actually are, what they mean, how they work, and why it's so innovative, then check out this fireside chat from last year's Cosmos here in Dubai with Anthony, who is the co-founder of Aleph Zero, and also Carol from Union. That was a very, very insightful and also entertaining fireside. So check that out if you're interested in that. Now, to also differentiate between Aleph Zero and Common, Aleph Zero is the underlying blockchain infrastructure that enables shielding for applications such as Common, and Common will be the flagship application. Also, in the beginning, when we covered it and first learned about Common around half a year or even longer ago, it was kind of announced that there would be a second token, the CMN token. Well, now it is very much confirmed that there will only be one token. They also want to concentrate the value flows and the value accrual for one single token in that ecosystem that really powers the entire privacy layer and also consumer-facing application. Another content piece that we did around a year ago when it comes to ZK privacy, how it can be used not only for privacy, but also for enabling scalability, is this video that I'll also link here below this video, and where we also go through a variety of projects that are, some of them native to Cosmos, some of them are not, and of course also explain how Aleph Zero ZK proofs really work and how the chain is also architectured. So check that out after watching this video. Now, of course, one of the important things for Aleph Zero to really capture market shares in that more and more competitive market around shielding is to land more and more integrations. The Aleph Zero Shielder network is currently running on a couple of testnets and is live on 2 mainnets. It is live on the Aleph Zero EVM mainnet and also on Arbitrum, but it will soon also be integrated on Base, Ethereum, Sonic, Monad, and also Berachain. That is all in the works and that is all coming. And I think this can't come soon enough. The game is on, the race is on. I think Aleph Zero is in a good position to capture some of that market share, eventually also when the privacy and shielding sector gains more and more steam. And we'll also look into the top contenders in that field in a second. They also provide a full-on breakdown on how their privacy tech actually works, where ZK proofs come in, and also who they are actually targeting. Well, you can now also just come here on common.fi and you can play around with it. The mobile version is set to go live sometime later this month. So sometime later this May, we'll also have the mobile version available. As you can see right now, it is available for the web app on Aleph Zero and Arbitrum. Ethereum, Base, Avalanche, Polygon, BSC, and Berachain are coming, and then also Monad, as we saw in the post. So that is all coming, and as I mentioned in previous videos, I truly respect and appreciate the innovation and also the shipping that Aleph Zero is doing. The core team, they're very technical, which is also why we did this media partnership in the first place, to break down in simpler terms what they're actually building and how you can use it and engage with their network. Here's the demo on how Common looks like right now. You can just come here, click on shield, how much you want to shield, and it's done. And if you want to unshield your asset, you can also do that. Generally speaking, it is recommended to use a different receiving address than what you use to deposit your funds into the shielded pool when you withdraw them, and also a different amount. This is how the web app looks like. Currently it says Tracebreaker here, but eventually this will probably be renamed to Shielding and Shielded Yield, which will be also an incentive for users to shield their assets, similar to how in Cosmos we have Namada. They also incentivize the shielding, and Penumbra, I think, did a similar thing. So Penumbra and Namada are two kind of contenders in that field from the Cosmos space. But yeah, Common is already live here. The shielded pools are live, and shielded yield is coming next, which will also be appealing for businesses to park their assets, not only for the privacy aspect, but also because they can earn yield on top of that and don't have any opportunity costs in that sense. So you can come here, connect your wallet. There's a bunch of wallets to choose from, even Kepler, that is now also fully Ethereum integrated, Backpack, MetaMask, Talisman, which is the kind of Polkadot or Substrate native wallet, Ruby as well, and any others, MetaMask as well. And of course, you can also use Ledger through MetaMask. Currently, there's almost $1 million in TVL on Common. The total value is also around $1 million, and this thing just went live a couple of weeks ago on mainnet. So you can see around half of it is on the Aleph Zero EVM and the other half on Arbitrum 1. We'll keep track of those stats. We'll see how that evolves and how that grows over time. I hope they can attract a lot of TVL and really break through with their privacy DEX once the mobile version also launches. This is the roadmap for Common of 2025. The stage 1 is already completed. Currently we're at stage 2. Parts of the stage 2 have already been completed, such as the launch of the web app on Aleph Zero and Arbitrum, but also Shielded Yield and the mobile app launch. Those are the two big ones, and of course more security audits that are coming in this stage. And that is all kind of on track to go live sometime within the next 6 to 8 weeks, I would say. Obviously, there's always delays for kind of big launches like that and new product releases, but that's where we are headed to. In stage 3, they want to scale integrations, and then eventually phase 4 also integrate fiat on and off ramps seamlessly so that you can directly turn your fiat currencies into shielded assets on Common with very few clicks. And eventually, just as with every crypto application, it goes down to UX UI. It really needs to be as intuitive as possible to use. Also, second, of course, functionality. What can you do there? Is it only one thing you can do? Are there multiple things? Do you have to leave the application to do other steps, to do other things? And then, of course, also the kind of economic flywheel, the economic incentives, right? If you can earn yield, that is more appealing. And in the best case, also automating that, which is also their smart yield feature that will come in stage 3. Now, if you are a privacy maxi or you just want to test crypto application to also get a feel for it of what is the UX for a crypto application in 2025, especially around privacy, which again, in my view, is going to have its moment, is going to have its season eventually, then I invite you to join the mobile app waitlist for Common. To wrap it up, quick look at the top privacy blockchains that are out there. Right now, we're seeing the largest one is dYdX, Mina Protocol, Oasis. Mina and Oasis have also been around for a very, very long time, but they were already on page 3. And the biggest Cosmos native one that is on mainnet is, of course, Secret Network. That's also been around for a very long time. Aleo is rather a newer one. Dusk has been around for quite some time. You can see Aleph Zero here on page 9 right now, a $42 million market cap that, again, went through a lot, also got really hammered in this bear market, but is still there. And again, I still truly appreciate their team. They're true builders and innovators, and I really respect that. And I think if you also listen to that panel with Carol that I showed you earlier, then you can see they have really an eye-to-eye conversation about ZK technology and privacy and also scalability and interoperability, right? All the cool techie stuff, but eventually that will have its time. Now, thanks again for Aleph Zero for this great media partnership we had over the past year and a half. It's been a pleasure working with them, and we'll definitely keep track of all the developments, releases, and some of these stats for Common here on this channel. That's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe and be good.